Alright, folks, welcome back, everyone. 欢迎大家回来。今天是第326天 is day 326. Got a few things to cover today. And it's almost always the mental side with the issues. Getting physically comfy is fine. Interesting, yeah. The mental side. Oh, there's Sing Sing. Hello, hello. 176. Oh, we're pushing 170 now. Okay. Alright, so we got 5 things to do here. Hong. What was up with Hong? It was... this Hong. Great. And it was linked with Yang. Oops. Right? Hong Yang. Yes. To carry forward. Hoist. Then we got Tong Ji. Heck. Get Tong. I'm gonna say something like that. Yes. Hong, and then Ji. I believe it's this Ji. Hong Ji. Statistics. Se. Heck. Offer sacrifice. Gwen. Gwen, very complicated to explain. Oh, that's a little... okay. Gwen, which is role. Tried our best to add most of those in some way, shape, or form. Alright, let's get into our lessons. Feng. Fragrant. What do you think about aside from the hill and counting down? Aside from the hill? Oh, that hill? And counting down in 3s? Give me something to work with tonight. Going to sleep after this. Give yourself something to work with. I mean, in terms of thought. You can always try to focus on your breathing. Breathing, like think literally about breathing. You know, in and out kind of situation. That kind of came out a little weird. I kind of like that. The simpler, usually the just difficult enough is kind of the balance. Just enough. Breathing makes it worse because you start feeling like you're suffocating. I mean, there's not much more like somewhat simpler and complicated balance enough than that. You can stare into the abyss. Did you get that weighted blanket back? Oh wait. I guess that's a physical thing. No, unloading and maybe like thinking about all the things you have done today is probably a better thing than thinking about all the things you haven't done today. Or like that you still have yet to do. More like basking in the things you have done already. That can be far more conducive than thinking about all the things you haven't and have to do tomorrow for a situation. Typically writing them down is how you unload. So when you stare into your eyelids, yeah, you start making images you can physically make out. Very healthy. Oh, and you do have a blanket. Nice. Well, I think that's the way to go. You can think of all the things you have consistently done before. Always great. Fun. Man. Yeah. Fun is our new one. Fun is our old one. Yep. Good night. Good night, Mika. Good luck.
分方，拓宽，
拓宽。Oh, that's develop and expand, or wide, to develop wide, to widen, to broaden.
拓宽，噪音，
噪音。Chirp noise, or chirp sound noise. Makes sense.
噪音，
噪音。
肢体，
肢体。A limb body. A limb that's part of the body.
肢体，开拓，
开拓。Open and develop. Develop still.
开拓，分方，肢体，拓宽，噪音，
噪音。
开拓，喷漆，
喷漆。Spray paint or spurt. It's fine. It's still spray. 喷漆。
喷漆，展翅，
展翅。Unfold those wings. Excuse me.
展翅，四肢，
四肢。Four limbs.
四肢，芳香，
芳香。Fragrant. Right, the other fragrant.
芳香，油漆，
油漆。Oil paint. Literally oil paint.
油漆， 喷漆，展翅，芳香，
Whoops.
油漆，四肢，
Alright.
抖，
To tremble. I wonder if that's tied with like 抖摇抖 or shake. Oh, yesterday. Oh, that was it. Oh, it was Gwen. Gwen was the other thing. Yao. Oh, what was it? Yao Gwen. Ye. Rock music. Dracula is in the basement of the bakery where he is making a special vampire cake. Oh, is he? He scoops up a bunch of bloody fingers in a measuring cup that he will put into the cake mixture. He trembles as he does it because the bloody fingers look so tasty that he wants to eat them right now. In fact, he does. He uses his trembling fingers to pick out a bloody finger from the measuring cup and eat it with a croissant. Yeah, that's good. I got you. Measuring cup of fingers, bloody fingers, and his trembling fingers from the blood. Yeah, okay. What do we got? Paddle. Okay, to tremble, to send out. Yeah. And then something else. Entirely different. Interesting. So, no existing connection.
抖，狭，
Xia. Oh, we finally got narrow. Sema. Like semite. Xena's inside the lobby of the auditorium where she comes across. Oh, we have two narrows now. I is narrow too. Maybe it's Xia I or I Xia. Kind of feels like it's more like a Xia I. Comes extremely narrow corridor. Okay. She squeezes into it only to have a pair of poodles enter from each side, sandwiching her into the narrow corridor, unable to escape. Alright, we're gonna have to try something different there. Alright, Xena's inside the auditorium. Moving around the narrow ass. Surrounded by a full house. Like a full house of viewers, right? Attendees. There are also pets. Loud. Some poodles. She is working and handing out sandwiches. Sammys. That's kind of like the other Xia, which lines up with the sandwich. Gorge is the other one. Xia. So what do we have? Narrow. Ooh, that's a new character. Xia Ai. Oh, there it is. There's the other I. Xia Ai. Makes sense. Xia Xiao. Cramped. Oh, yes. Yes, cramped.
狭，轴，
Joe Axel. It might link with maybe wheel, possibly. Like Shen, no. Luo, no. Luen, like Luen Zhou or Zhou Luen. No, Axel and round and wheel is kind of, yeah, they can kind of, or it'd be like a Zhouzi. An axle. Interesting. Or turning axle, like Zhou, a Wan Zhou. Wanzhou or something like that. Or it might be more of a, yeah, either one actually. Or it could be turn, like Juan, or a Guai, Guai or Juan. That's right. Or direct. No, no, no. I think so. Or a contraction. I don't know which counter would be used for an axle. James Bond is inside the bakery where his top secret car is parked. Fair enough. It is currently not usable because it has a bunch of sprouts that have grown all over the axle. James Bond goes under it and uses a stale croissant to clean away. Okay, okay. You're just throwing everything in the mix here. So James Bond is inside the bakery. Inside the bakery to order some. Oh man, the axle. How do you throw in axle in this? Entered the bakery in order to call for some service because the axle in his car was damaged from the last mission. Meanwhile, he helped himself to some croissants and some sprouts. Maybe like a salad. Sprout salad. Not quite the combination for, I mean, it's a cafe. It's a bakery. Bakery salad's not that often, you know. Maybe some sprout flavored croissants. Just gotta get some help here. Oh, oh yeah, that makes sense. The main one. Main axle, okay. So no action involved in axle. Interesting.
轴
煮
煮
a candle. Ooh, you look suspiciously like not a jewel. It's more of a shoe. Oh man, more shoes than jewel, I think. Yeah, shoe. Got shoe, double shoe. Here's one. Yeah, both of these. Oh, and chu. I forgot about chu. And then there's the duel. This is gonna be our first. Oh. Duel. There is fire though. George Costanza is inside the living room of the house where he is trying to catch insects that fly around with his net. The ones he catches, he puts into a container. Not paying attention, he accidentally put the net next to the lit candle, lighting his net on fire. He hurries to put it out the fire, but knocks over the candle, which then lights the carpet on fire. Okay. That's pretty good. Candlelight. 主观. What the la? Is that like wax? Might be wax. Okay.
竹
Cool.
喘
Try. Gasp. We have another gasp. What was the other gasp? She. So it's probably gonna be like she, Tron. Gasp alone. So the two gasp. Yeah, it's probably like she, Tron. Tron. Wait. Tron she. Tron she kind of sounds okay too. Tron she. Chucky is in the basement of the pawn shop where he's being chased by the prospector. Go on. Who is trying to crush the evil doll who has grabbed one of the vintage pickaxes that he wanted to buy that was stored in the basement. They both run in circles, intermittently stopping and gasping for breath with their mouth before running out yet again. By the way they gasp, we can tell they are not in the best shape. Alright. I mean, that's good enough. Asthma. Chichuan. Interesting. The gas for breath. Oh, it didn't have anything to do with gas. Interesting. Oh, but it could, yeah, Chuan Shi. Much like the other one. Pretty sure. Chuan Shi. Qi. Maybe. Qi. Yeah. Huh.
喘
Interesting.
抖
That's kind of rough. This one's kind of rough too.
喘
This one's kind of rough.
竹
This is okay.
匣
This one's kind of rough.
轴 席
She? Oh, hey! Mika would have liked this one. She. A past or long ago. What was this? Mukashi. Yeah, Mukashi. Mukashi is the Japanese kunyomi for this character. Pretty sure. Zena's inside the house, standing on the living room carpet. The sun shines through the window and onto her trusty sword. She takes it and jams it in the carpet and kneels. Suddenly she's transported to the past as the carpet turns into turf and she finds herself in the middle of nowhere. Zena's inside her house doing her standard upkeep as a warrior. During the day, she finds time to clean off and wash the turf from the past quests. Wash off the turf on her sword and armor from the past quests before embarking on a new. Okay. 喜日 makes sense. Warmer taste.
席喝
You do look like a to berate. We have reprimand. Oh, it could be high though, like high. High could be berate, like harm. And then could be like reprimand, so like chi or chi he. He seems like more of a first thing. than the last. Or ma, he ma. Just scald. There's quite a lot of characters that can pair up with it. You can talk about how it's harmful, or maybe, yeah, harmful. Add harmful, or an intensifier, as well as a synonym. Harry Potter's in front of the electricity plant board. He uses his wand to give a can a mouth. It immediately starts berating Harry for doing nothing with his life and his talent on and so on. Okay. A can. Harry Potter is in front of the electricity plants. Being yelled at by word of mouth, right? By the operator of the generators, being berated, right? And ordered to see if he can improve upon his lackluster magic. Right. Okay. Oh, 呵斥. Okay, yeah. Berate and reprimand. 呵斥. Makes sense. Exactly one of them.
喝
着 outstanding. We have another outstanding. Maybe it can line up with all the greats. So 着 yo 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 着 yo or 着 jie. Yes, like 解着 would be great. There's also 祥 or 红 着 红. There's quite a lot. Quite a lot as well. Eminent. Could be 家着. George Costanza is in the lobby of the office building, waiting for the elevator. Okay. In one hand, he has a magic stick, and in his other, he has a sunflower. The elevator arrives, and George says, "Hold it! Let the outstanding ones enter first." To the other, clearly annoyed employees, he thinks he is more outstanding because he holds those two silly things, even though he is literally quite short. What a fool. Everyone thinks he's an outstanding jerk. That's okay. I think that works. That's okay. That's pretty good. Oh, you know what this is? Oh, no. Is this? No. Is it te? No. I thought this was te. Outstanding? Which one? Oh, beyond or even more. 卓越 instead. Interesting. Actually, I don't remember what to pass. It's more like to surpass. Anjuo. Oh, dang it. It's alliteration. Transliteration. Anjuo for Android. Alright.
着
So many other
Yung.
characters. Yung, mediocre. What's mediocre? Ping? Maybe like Yung Ping. Just flat. Yung Ping. So mediocre, flat, or average. Maybe Yung Han. Or something like that. Just something flat. It could be as simple as like Yi Yong or something. The intensifiers could work. Negation could work, probably. Yoshi is in front of the temple where he is building a mediocre shack with the priest next to the rock garden. Sure. He glues a bunch of pens together with his saliva and then to a rack. It's hardly a shack at all, truly mediocre, but this mediocre work is all the monks could afford. Or he's building a little place for himself. Vulgar. Yongsu? Oh. Really? Mediocre customs. Interesting. That one's... Oh, there it is. Pingyong. Yeah, mediocre. That's what I would think of. Leveled. So it's very rewarding to be able to tell which characters go with which characters even before learning them.
Tong.
Tong. A bucket. It could go with basket. Basket and bucket is kind of interesting. I don't think objects are typically grouped together. They would do something like what type of bucket? Like shui tong, which is a water bucket. It has to be one of the examples. Shui tong. And then maybe like a trash bucket could be like la tong. Like a garbage can. La tong. Or is it le? Wait. La se, right? It could be le tong or se tong. It's probably le tong or trash can or something like that. And it could be like wood, mu tong. No, a wooden bucket, that doesn't make it. No, that's more like basket. I'm kind of curious. Very curious what type of bucket we're gonna have. Tarzan is in the basement of the temple where he is setting up a smoker. That does look like a tong. Oh, yeah, smoker. Next to some of the old relics, he gets a bucket of miniature trees. Or just wood. And dumps it into a smoker to start it up. Around him are a bunch of other ancient buckets. I don't know how much I like this. Basement. Yeah, we'll go along with it. Oh no, it's not. My tong? What the my tong? Oh, ma tong? What the? Horse? A horse bucket? Ma tong for toilet? I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that. Oil drum makes sense. Okay. Yo tong. I was really expecting like water bucket. At least water bucket. Dang.
Tong.
Or like a garbage can or something. Alright.
Xi. Tong.
Okay.
He.
Womp womp.
Yung. Zhuo.
Okay. So many characters. Okay. All right. Get into this.
回家，
他现在想回家了。
变，零，度，
Excuse me.
账户，
我刚刚开了一个新账户。
沙粒，
沙粒卡在我的鞋子里。
静脉，
静脉中的血流比动脉慢。
吐出，
婴儿吐出了奶水。
吐出 ？What the 吐出？
哀，
I'm surprised I still remember that.
急，
That one's a bit of a reach. 暴风雨 Heck 暴风雨 Oh.
诚实，
诚实的人不说谎。
说话诚实 What the 诚还有
睡眠，
睡眠对健康很重要。
谈判，
谈判中断了。
What? 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 Oh, wait. I know what that is.
尿布，
婴儿需要换尿布。
栏目，
这个栏目很有趣。
What?
暴风雨，
暴风雨造成了停电。
What?
骨折，
我女儿骨折了。
Break bone. Bone. It's a bone fracture. It's fine.
泥沙，
泥含有泥沙。
Excuse me.
朱红，
他的新车是
Heck. I don't want to talk about it. It is to like negotiate and judge things. It's fine. It's to judge while discussing it. So wait, what did they say? Negotiation? That's fine. It's to discuss and judge a course of action. Hmm.
溜冰
他很喜欢在冬天溜冰。
I'm not sure if this is gonna stick. Ice skate is... Yeah. How does this tongue work? Ooh. Like... honest, truthful people? Okay. And then... I thought this was neat too. Whenever I see spoon and flag, I'm immediately like Neo. Huh. I thought it was none.
音坦 干枯
土壤在没有下雨的时候很容易干枯。
杯 伊人
伊人在他心中是无可取代的。
君主
君主应该爱护人民。
内阁
总理正在重组内阁。
Dang it. How does the pavilion work? Oh, is it like cabinet? Yeah. Uh... Spoon and flag. And okay, none is no, it's not. No. Oh. Just kidding. That's fine. It's only used in one instance. We're okay with it.
刚
Not much we can do about it. It's common enough. And it's very apparent where it is in a sentence. So the character itself doesn't vary too much. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not even sure how it carries its meaning alone. Hmm. I'll take a look at it.
愁，罕，
Heck! Wait. What?
« 晋， 国，
What? Oh. I don't want to talk about it.
参， 房， 山脊，
他们在山脊上建造了一座小屋。
激励，
这本书激励了很多人。
Inspire is fine.
呢，
So how does this work? How about? Oh, okay, it's just linked to how about. I think we can get a pass, but let's. Nah, he just spoke prayers. I can pivot. What in the... Oh no. Not like this. Why do I think it's... Oh no.
汛期，
汛期是一年中危险的时候。
Excuse me? Oh.
针灸，
他每周都去做针灸。
捍卫，
他们为捍卫权利而战斗。
荒， 女婴，
这是一个可爱的女婴。
心态，
改变心态。
旺季，
酒店在旺季时房价会上涨。
It is bountiful season or peak season. Bountiful is fine. Okay. 长
长远，
人要有长远的计划。
It's long time, long distance, long term. And distance as in not literal distance, but distance in time. YOLO?
比，
Okay. Um. Um. Uh. Dang it. I couldn't decide.
舅舅，
我和舅舅一起去钓鱼。
喝醉，
他每次喝醉都会睡很久。
猛虎，
动物园里有一只猛虎。
Oh. Oof. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that one. Oh, man. Oh. Yes.
山沟，
那条山沟通往深山。
Oh, no. What is... we'll use, like... Oh, no. It's a... How do you... A ravine? Oh, it might be... Yeah, we could use ravine for that, probably.
乙级，
这是一场乙级比赛。
Okay, I got the left side incorrect. I think, yeah. 一片.
欺骗，
Oh,
他
both
欺骗了
sides
我们。
actually. Yeah, both sides. Let's see. It came to me on second time around. Heck! What happened there? Is that? Oh.
救灾，
灾区急需救灾物资。
Oh, it has a little thing.
兔，
I don't know how rapid works. It's just chasing. Okay, that's...
恰恰，
这个时间恰恰适合去散步。
Ah! I typed the... I don't know what I was typing there. What? I think a ravine works. Or gully. Yeah, I didn't remember gully. I remember ravine. This is 圣诞节。
圣诞节，
我们每年都庆祝圣诞节。
圣诞节。
大麦，
大麦用来酿酒。
Say what? The heck is that? I'm gonna take a jab at this and say, oh no. Oh no, I have no idea. Oh no. Oh no. I think that's the first one. Is this like
躲
oh my goodness, well, that's I'm not sure how long that's gonna last.
西
What is this? What's that broom doing? And a horse. Wait. Wow. Dang it. I didn't commit. I really thought this was cool. Hmm.
竹竿
他用竹竿打水里的鱼。
泳
Excuse me.
理性
他是个理性的人。
Heckin' bien. Oh no. I feel like this is gotta think about it.
两边
两边都有道理。
Oh, somehow. Huh.
目前
我目前没有这个打算。
Like goals or presents, yeah, prospects. It's prospects, but my current things going on. Oh, is this
搭
heck? What the da? Like reply or response? Yeah, put up. Okay, it's we don't have a da doesn't have anything attached to it. At least I don't think. Hold up. Yeah, it doesn't have anything attached to it.
无限
知识是无限的。
Oh no. Heck. Oh, that doesn't actually make sense. This is Fadal.
香港
我喜欢香港的文化。
right? 潦倒. No, just kidding. That's 球? Oh. Oh. I don't know. Yeah, 94. Oh, 94. Oh, okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. 一南针. Oh! Oh, 指南针. 指南针. 指. Yeah. Put up as a pass.
水
But what happened here? I really thought it was like... Oh. What else could that be? This is definitely like oh shit. There's just nothing. That's fine. Pretty sure it's fun. One 锻炼
锻炼
早上是锻炼的好时间。
I really thought it was, but that doesn't. Does that make sense? Not really. Uh, 8点 something 到了。I don't know whose fingers that belonged to. I really thought it was like the counting assembling thing. Oh, it's heckin' shy. Shy, yikes. Heckin' tumble. We'll have to work on shy. So annoying. I already knew it was collapse or tumble or plummet. The read is stupid. Shy doesn't look like shy. Think of another way. Oh my goodness, the sunflower. I have honestly no idea what this ascribes to. Yeah, not a chance. Oh wait.
早
Just kidding.
始静止
一个静止的夜晚，
静止的夜晚。 It's like calm and collected and still. It's fine. Calm is fine. I'm nowhere near shy whenever I think about this. It's so annoying.
摔倒，
我差点摔倒了。
That looks nothing like shy. All is fine. Show now. 首脑。
首脑，
他是这个国家的首脑。
No. Gonna be like head person. Let's just use leader. Okay. Head is fine.
急，前年，
我前年这时候在中国。
Oops. Kind of like Cavalier.
指南针，
记得带上一支指南针。
巧思，
艺术家的巧思。
Like trying to achieve ingenuity. I guess I'll add 巧思. I don't know how we're gonna do 巧思. Oh, skillful thought. Actually, no. I'm just gonna pass this. Wasn't even think. What are we doing here? Why do I want to use Wong so bad here? But I don't know what type of Wong we're talking about here. It doesn't even make sense. I don't know.
"大衣，
你为什么穿大衣？
You know, year before last where we
凉水，
洗凉水澡。
滑，标，现任，
现任总统。
somehow I just 现任 it, and I don't know why 现任. Oh no. Oh wait. I guess like elected or incumbent. Incumbent is better. Ay, ay, ay. Ah.
养家，
他挣的钱不够养家的。
罚，
Or punish. It's fine.
在内，
连我在内，小组有7个人。
Or include. Inside is fine. Like within, inside. What am I looking at? I want to say
倡议，
他倡议了一个很好的主意。
it's like to discuss justice, to propose, suggest. How did Chung work? Initiate? That's fine. I don't think this is fine. Oh no. Oh no. Breath. Okay. Gotta make sure I separate those.
解，
Oh, that's the opposite. It's tie, not untie.
梨树，
梨树开花了。
Okay. Yeah, heckin' butthead. I'm just gonna throw this out. Okay.
反，任何，
我不会讲任何外文。
合并，
把2组合并成1组。
Oops. Iron.
自娱，
孩子们在院子里玩游戏自娱。
That's fine. Oh. Oh.
空，
Oh, it's any. Fair enough. What? Where is that silk coming from? YOLO. Okay. Where's that silk coming from? Hello there, Brain. My evening is alright. Did you work today, didn't you? Yeah, it's Thursday. How did it go? How did it go, Bree?
波浪，
他在海边
Excuse
看
me.
波浪。
Oh, twin. Bing twin. Bing twin. What is this? Is it Chung? Oh no. Oh no, not Chung. Chung. What the?
泡沫，
这个肥皂的泡沫很浓。
薪水，
他想找一份薪水更高的工作。
侧，凳，并吞，
这片领土在战争中被并吞。
What's the big thing? Yeah, your feet hurts, but other than that, your night consists of price checking a lot of his socks. I'm starting to get a theme here. And wintry garments, okay. You're just price checking them. Nice, nice. Have your feet recovered? Like before you started today? Are you treading in place or are they getting worse? Other than that, so not even backaches, huh? Your back's doing well. Good to hear, good to hear. Hands, gloves, and scarf. Twin is swallow. Whoa, being twin. Oh, like encroach or something? Or, oh, it's annex. Heckin' annex. Annex. What the Dao Bu Jie? There's no way that. Oh, no, that's not it.
称，
Yeah, they felt pretty good but started getting sore around 3 hours. Okay. You had to price check them because only some of them were getting marked down to 25%, $25, and you had to pull all the marked down ones and put them in the clearance section. Ah, I see, I see. What is an interesting sock you came across? Like socks when you were moving into the clearance section. Will and enclosure. What am I looking at? 朋友们，朋友，朋友们在咖啡馆 something Oh.
畅谈，
朋友们在咖啡馆畅谈。
Or it's freely talking. It was socks with Bob Ross, Lion King, Twizzlers, Reese's, and in Toy Story, the Bob Ross one is pretty fun. Wow, that's Twizzlers and Reese's. That's something else.
奠定，
这篇论文奠定了他的学术地位。
掏钱，
我不想再掏钱了。
笑，滔滔不绝，
他对足球滔滔不绝地说了1小时。
There were tons of design ones, a bunch of different characters and candies mostly. Oh, okay. Lots of different characters and candies. Are they for like kids or like how does the size range? Can't quite make out who this is. I don't know where the silk is coming from. Oh, is it
纵，
heck? Jung. It's like all of or overall or something like that. It's like that to sum up. Yeah, overall. Okay. Annex. I can annex, man.
棚，悬念，
这本书充满悬念。
Dispense. They have one size fits all for in 3 categories: men's, women, and children. Ah, okay. Intriguing. One size fits all. What the? Oh.
,线，
heck?
月，
Oh my gosh. Some of these are so weak. Uh...
,践踏，
大象不小心践踏了小树。
Oh my gosh. So weak.
大名鼎鼎。
他们是一个大名鼎鼎的家族。
踢，
Dang it, it's gone. While digging around, you found 2 pairs of St. Patrick's Day theme songs that were marked down to a penny. Oh man. That's quite a steal, actually. 1 penny? Makes me start thinking about going to a shop like that to thrift something and convert it into something else, like flip it. Like use it to make something. If we see that, we can't sell them though, unfortunately. Oh, okay. What is the stream doing? Stream, mouth, and pyramid. 他在会议上 What is weak about that character? It's definitely the mouth. It's not that. Not that either. Oh. Oh man, that's not good. It's like kind of really in there.
侃侃而谈。
他在会议上侃侃而谈。
I still don't know what this is. Oh no, wait, I do. Yeah, we already talked about this. Oh man, this one's weak.
然，
I don't think we have a vocabulary word tied to it either. 可歌可泣. What? Oh, 可泣. 可歌可泣.
巫婆。
她是一个巫婆。
腐朽。
这棵树已经腐朽了。
Am I just doing Wanikani here tomorrow, or are you playing a game as well? That's kind of a funny ask, but it's a big coincidence. I don't think I have any decisions to play a game this December, but tomorrow happens to be coincidentally the 2.6 patch. Tomorrow is another Persona High Phantom X patch, actually. Tonight is covering yesterday's mini episode of PSO2's patch. I think we're going to hold on to PSO2 until if chapter 8 happens. If chapter 8 happens, we'll do that, and then we're gonna basically break ties with covering PSO2. And then Neverwinter is kind of coming to an end as well. There's still, we just started, so there's still 8 more Mondays, but I think it's a tough call. Next however long next module comes, I think I'm breaking ties with Neverwinter as well. But then we're freeing up stuff. We were just asking because tomorrow is your late night, so if you weren't doing anything else, you might not have made it home in time to catch a stream. Oh, yeah. So tomorrow happens to be Persona 5 thing, but I don't actually know what to expect from the patch. I could end up concluding before then. Yeah, I thought about playing games this month, playing a game this month. However, I'm basically trying to make space in my evenings now. So we're gonna cut ties with some more live service things. I think I don't see a recovery for either of those anymore. They're not giving me, the developers had, in my opinion, plenty of time to at least show the community that they're interested in growing the games, but they're not really. So I might go find something else. I don't know what kind of... I want to squeeze something in for December, maybe. Maybe a shorter game. Hades 2 was postponed because I need like a solid 2.5 weeks. We're gonna enter crunch time soon for the new game. The next Like a Dragon game is on the docket now that we're getting close to the end of the year. The next Like a Dragon games. 2 games.
雇员，
他是公司的新雇员。
艾草，
他用艾草来熬汤。
That's supposed to be mugwort. I swear, sometimes.
可歌可泣，
他的故事真是可歌可泣。
It's moved to tears. Or very moving, but moved to tears. Moved to tears in song. Moved to tears is... Or just very moving. Hmm.
"眨眼，
眨眼是一个自然的动作。
So you work tomorrow till 10:15. Is that a half day too? Or Friday? You recovering? This is like the true tester, right? Now this is your next tester where you have back-to-back work days. Hopefully you feel near 100% when you get up tomorrow. Like your lower body and your back feels good. Working up to having back-to-back days if they call you in for back-to-back days.
萌发，
春天时，种子开始萌发。
汗，
What? Weld. What happened here? Oh. 战俘？
战俘，
他曾经是一名战俘。
Oh.独栋。
独栋，
独栋房屋通常比公寓更贵。
What What? Oh.
木炭，
他买了一袋木炭。
Or okay, I see. 5 hours and 15 minutes off Saturday, and then on Saturday, and then 7:54. Ooh, Sunday. Immediately you go from a late day to an early day on Sunday. 5 hours, and then Monday you go into evening. Oh, that's interesting. After that, you're not sure. You have to ask about your schedule tomorrow. Oh, are you on a rotating schedule? Or eventually you're gonna have a fixed schedule? I feel like for recovery and stuff, that's kind of hard to juggle. Yeah. You have late, then early, late, early, then mid. Interesting. Hopefully that doesn't you're a person who's more into that, then oftentimes fixed schedule is a little bit nicer for starting. It's kind of ironic when I think about it, how it's far more common for people to have less fixed schedules when they first start off and then have fixed schedules afterwards, when in my opinion the way to instill consistency when leaning into a place is to try to create a consistent schedule before a more flexible one. You don't think so? You just wasn't in the system yet, so she was just telling you your schedule. Okay, so you think the schedule she posted this week you're on, you just forgot to check it before. Okay. Now, I'm not saying there are like a lot of places, like all places do this, where they try out hours and then see what works. Ultimately, in retrospect, whenever I think about my younger years, oftentimes teenagers or maybe like younger adults back in the day, I still remember having this conversation where people talk about having flexible schedules. And they like having rotating schedules because it's like kind of exciting or something like that. But what it associates with a lot of times, it correlates with missing schedules and having to take time and schedule conflicts. And if I were to reflect back upon it, it is definitely a consistent schedule will make your system work better, like from an employee standpoint. I don't know what it would be interesting to hear a counter argument for flexible schedules, like schedules that are all over the place. I wonder how much behavior and stuff happens from an employee standpoint. Your availability is weird anyways. Okay, so you expect early shifts on Sunday and Monday. I see. Since that's when your partner is off, so your availability is open those 2 days. The rest of the week, your availability is only 4:30 to class. Oh, okay, that explains. That explains your jostling of your schedule. It's nice that they are able to accommodate that then, or it looks like they're trying to accommodate that. So that means then, if that's consistent, it's a consistent schedule like that. You can build upon that. I think oftentimes when doing work or getting back into work, there's this often a common pattern nowadays, or a lot more common than I would think, where people think they do not need consistent schedules because they can handle a rotating schedule or a varying schedule. And I would say that's great if you can handle rotating schedule. However, I don't think there is a human on this planet that cannot benefit from first doing a consistent schedule first. It allows them the time to build around it, and then consider more flexible schedules later. Because habits are tough, especially working habits. Sometimes younger peeps would say like, oh, I feel bad because my work is taking up some time, and I'm like, okay. And they say that their solution would be to shift the schedule so that they don't feel bad. In my opinion, it's usually because they haven't been consistent yet. So it feels bad, but if you're consistent about it, it's still less bad than the person who would need to do multiple things. You're not a morning person, so at least you only have to worry about 2 times a week. Now, that's kind of what I'm talking about, just slightly. You kind of played into my explanation here. So, oftentimes people would say they're not a morning person or they're not an afternoon person, and then their job might require them to be a morning person or an afternoon person. The thing that makes that very difficult is that if there's a morning person who gets some mornings and some afternoons, right? So if they're a morning person, their afternoons are going to suck. However, if they chose to keep it consistent, like versus some mornings, some afternoons, and then instead they go for a schedule that's all afternoons, it's fairly surprising how quickly someone adjusts to the different times. So if you're not a morning person, for example, and if you're available all mornings, it's often quite surprising how quickly a person adjusts to a consistent time as opposed to a time that's trying to meet halfway. So that's kind of what I was talking about when flexible schedules. When I was younger, like when I'm thinking back, I'm thinking like, yeah, teenagers adapt fast, but older people as well, where you might if you're comparing, say like you're comparing a schedule and someone knows that they're not a morning person, right? So in order for the employer to adjust, they would try to give you not morning hours. So you get like an afternoon, right? An afternoon hour, then a morning, but usually those slots are taken. So if you got like a schedule like this, for example, but you still got you have these times where you don't worry about mornings. So these are going to be viewed as good times, hopefully. And then these would be like they're going to be mediocre, right? Mediocre. The thing is, if I had to choose for habit formation, you either choose all mornings if you can, or all evenings if you can. And the reason why is these consistencies build habits a lot quicker. So then you'll learn very quickly how to adapt to the bad. And this, if you do this for a long time, both the evening is going to end up being bad or mid, and the AM is going to be bad or mid. So it kind of drags down both ways. So if you're constantly having to cycle like this, it's very different. Like this would be like a night shift person. So if you do consistent, or the bottom, sorry, these bottom examples, right? This one would be like a night shift person, and this one would be a morning shift person. And usually, if you have to compare like the same person, if you get the same person to do this schedule or this schedule versus a staggered schedule like this ultimately will take a toll. This will take a toll on the person. They're more likely to take a toll because the habit is harder to form. Like it's like more dynamic to juggle, basically. So you can have a lot of moving variables as opposed to this way. It's not to say that you can't make this work. Usually that's what people have to make this work, where sometimes they would have like largely, all mornings, but then there's like 2 days, and usually these ones are rough if they're the good ones at first, they become the rough ones. The more consistent ones end up getting better, and the ones that are less consistent are the ones that, if they're evenly distributed, both of them become like relatively mid. And this, over time, people form habits very quickly to benefit. If they're like proactive people, when you give someone a consistent schedule, immediately it starts improving. It's more likely to improve over time very rapidly, because they can then plan and prepare each and every day consistently for like the worst case scenarios and stuff. Your body, the reason why is typically that your body have consecutive periods and regular periods spaced out. You will say that when you open early and close later for winter hours, which ends in mid-March, oh, so you open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. instead of normal hours, which is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Oh, interesting. So you expect your shifts will be a little bit wonky when the time goes back to normal. Oh, okay. It's a thought. My thought is, I haven't really thought about these things because I haven't worked in a while with a schedule like this. Like, for me, I work around the clock, so it's 16-hour days. Like, I don't leave, I don't stop working. Work follows me everywhere in a good way, or in a desirable way. So I haven't really ever thought about how people respond to different work schedules. On paper, generally speaking, fixed schedules and consistent schedules often give people a lot of ways to encourage them to, okay, well, I'm going to do this during this time so I can plan things. And then planning those things allows them to improve their situation. If it's constantly chaotic and stuff, there's so many more things that could happen. And whenever those things happen, it can like derail your mindset very, very quickly. It comes it unravels quite quickly. And when you're starting a job, that can pretty much end the job before it settles in. So hopefully you're juggling the inversion and all that with your lifestyle. Your body certainly won't pay attention to that, unfortunately. Like, where when you rest is when you rest. So hopefully your rest periods are not too constrained. I think lots of flexible schedules really fit younger people because they bounce back. Their recovery time is quite generous, right? When you're younger. When you get older, it's nice to have some semblance of appropriate spacing so you can guarantee that you have that appropriate regularity in recovering and whatnot, because we're really talking about your well-being now. The job itself sounds like it's incredibly mentally rewarding and not like mentally taxing in a manner that is making you feel worse, right, over time. But your body does have it doesn't like have those things to help it. I'm glad you have a day off in between the evening and morning shift. You feel like it'd be a bit harder if you went home at 10 and came back at... Yeah, it's quite nice that it worked out that way, where you have a day in between. Need more wiggle room like that. My mother works night shifts. She's been working night shifts for the last 5+ years. So it's incredibly regular. She rarely has a break in like suddenly she has to go in the morning. But some days when she has to go longer, it's far more strenuous than just having another shift at the same time. So humans, you know, body getting older, that kind of deal. Body's great at adjusting to consistent things, but not so much when it's constantly... You're doing more work, obviously. Doing more work by flipping schedules. So it's impressive if you can do it. I mean, I for one, I play the long game, so generally I think about what type of behavior can guarantee that I always show up for work. And it's always nice when you have a boss who's willing and know this. It's crazy to think there are individuals who like having non-fixed schedules and constantly, like, when you're older, it's crazy to think that's a lifestyle some people build. For myself, I don't empathize too well with that lifestyle. Something that you have to do, it's got to be spaced out, regular, and consistent, so that you can prepare for it, rest for it, and then do everything else is flexible, the things that you voluntarily do. It gives you it feels like you have a lot of wiggle room. It's funny, at least 3 of the people you work with live in the same trailer park as you. Aw, well then you can like hang out, right? That's great. That means you have like coworkers to chill with. Have like there's opportunities to network. That sounds amazing.
妥善，
我们必须妥善处理这个问题。
Sounds amazing. 3 people. That's far more than I would have expected from the beginning. Crazy, Bree. Has it been more than a week yet? I think it's a little over a week now, right? You barely even started and things are already so many opportunities. Sounds amazing. Because like I hear me out, like I still imagine you living in an incredibly like sprawled, isolated place. So meeting 3 people in such a place seems like pretty great like coincidences. I used to live in a city, so it's basically like everyone's within 2 city blocks of each other. So regardless, you're gonna be next to each other at some point. You were hired a couple weeks ago, but your first day was this past Sunday. Yeah. So it's almost been a week, and it sounds like you got lots of things to work on. That's amazing. I think that can really uplift someone's spirit, right? Who knows? Have you ever asked your manager how they became a manager? That's often the kind of the first questions I ask, like to get to know the people I'm working with. The first thing I would do is I would ask questions to get to know them, in a way, so that that interchange makes you memorable as well. Obviously, not everyone's gonna work out. The idea is vested interest in each other can make you be like the first one on the list. It can allow people to think of you and then you think of them in response. Kind of the same way I approach like what we're doing here. That's the same way I approach dynamics with the work area. And the way you're describing how you're interacting with your boss and other people sounds like it's that many people. Like you're not in an office building filled with like 50 people or 100 people, but you're legitimately kind of relying on the idea that whoever is there is who you got to work with, and having mutual vested interests goes a long way to building support systems in a work environment. I think building support systems in a work environment, however temporary it is, it demonstrates your investment, and then it communicates in a way that kind of guarantees that if something goes wrong or you have an off day, there'll be some compassion to rely on. it seems like it's intimate enough in where you're working. Oftentimes when I think of places that sell things, I often imagine rows and rows, like 40 employees kind of thing. So those environments are kind of tougher, right? So you would form like smaller networks within the place. I'm not entirely sure how big your place is. My mother she sticks out a lot because of the way her work ethic and whatnot. She doesn't have to speak English to stick out, really. But she works in a place where there's got to be at least 50 plus employees at any one time. So kind of difficult in those situations. But if you're in a smaller situation, it's quite opportunistic to strike up conversations. Your main boss lives kind of far away, and you think she did say that quite a few people live in the trailer park, so there were more than 3. Okay, and you got to work with another one of the assistant managers tonight. She was really nice. Very nice. Tomorrow you get to work with one of the guy managers, so hopefully he's cool too. Yeah, so far the record is you had 2 female workers. Hopefully the guy turns out cool too. I guess it's a coincidence, huh? I was about to ask you, and you already answered the question immediately, if there were, like, if you're gonna have a male manager. Sometimes those dynamics kind of changes up things, so interesting. They kind of cycle assistant managers as well. And neither or none of these 3 people are your boss, right? That other boss that you're referring to, the guy, the bigger guy. These are all assistant managers? Or is this the manager guy? You mentioned one of the guy managers. Uh
卸下，
工人把货物从卡车上卸下。
I can't articulate, or I'm gonna try to articulate this or inculcate this. There's so much to gain by taking the opportunity to kind of cleverly find ways to talk and communicate with people you work with. Ultimately, it is most definitely worth the gamble than not sticking out at all, like in terms of the environment we're talking about, because we're specifically talking about the US culture and, you know, the US working environment. Oftentimes being able to tactfully and like discreetly converse here and there, not like all at once. We're not talking about talking, you know, pulling up a beer or a drink and then suddenly talk at 6 hours nonstop. It's more like consistent talking. So every day there's a hello, how are you, a pleasantries, and then maybe an interesting exchange. Not to overstay your welcome or to overcommit, right? Like overcommitting and overstaying, and not trite enough where you're avoidant. And oftentimes I feel that goes a long way. Like it's not that much of a commitment in terms of literal time, and at the same time it is a way to build your presence without committing so much that betrayal and stuff comes into play. You've worked with your main boss once, female, okay, and then the other 2 days you worked with the 2 assistant managers, both female. Dang, it's female dominant so far. That's interesting. It's kind of refreshing, honestly. What was my... I gotta reflect. Intriguing love, the more recent mentors and stuff were all female. They were all female mentors. In fact, there's a very strong legacy. The university that I went to also had its first female dean as well during my time. Oh, quite female dominant actually. Yeah, you think there's a male cashier as well, but you haven't met him. You've met 3 other cashiers, though all female. Interesting. That's very interesting. I think in the past couple, like my last couple positions, this is a coincidence, right? I'm not trying to build a narrative here, but by coincidence, the worst experience I had, I had below average experiences with other male mentors than female mentors. That's not to say that one of my most impressionable mentors I've ever had in my life was male, and he was a father figure, or actually he became a father figure during my time. It's humorous because his oldest daughter actually shares a birthday. I was actually there when, during that time, I was one of his students. His first child was born, which coincidentally was also the same day I was born. He was a great guy. I think most of the wonderful mentors I had in my life are family figures. They're all family figures. The ones that I had the least amount, the ones that I had the least, the lowest empathy with and conflicts of interest they were all young and ambitious people. Young and ambitious, but does not have that quality of being a family person. Most of all my other mentors were either grandparents or they were father and mother figures. So it's quite interesting. I have a strong bias towards individuals who are capable of parenthood while also juggling careers. They're people beyond what I can describe, because I myself don't have children and I don't have a partner, so I can't even imagine what it's like to maintain a career, have a family, and do all of that while also in a career responsible for other people who are younger than them. So that's kind of it's very different from a really strong entrepreneur that barely could maintain their family dynamics. You probably heard this many times ago, where strong, very confident, successful, and possibly happy, I would say, in the workplace, entrepreneurs, but their family life ends up giving way to it. So most of the amazing mentors I had in my life all had steady family dynamics, at least from what I gathered. In fact, a lot of times I actually had the opportunity to meet and see a lot of their family members in a formal gathering setting. The manager you work with tonight said the male manager is really nice. He acts tough, but she said he can be pretty sensitive and funny. Oh, that's cute. Look forward to hearing how it goes. That's nice. I mean, honestly, it sounds like if you have a male manager and it seems like there's a dominant female, this is reading into it a little with limited information, so grain of salt. If you have a place that has dominant female presence, right, employees and other managers, and you have a male in the minority, oftentimes those male figures self-select themselves to be of a certain quality. Generally speaking, the type of males that would not be sensitive or in that line, they tend to be in a male dominant environment where those things happen, right? So there's quite a lot of self-selection. So I would imagine that's probably going to happen. Like the male manager happens to be that type of quality. It does happen, and it also happens in like classes and laboratories and stuff. Like you can definitely tell which type of environment specific males and females hang out in when it comes to these type of dynamics. Like it's very similar to like a female who has to break into a male dominant field, for example, right? They would hang before they can maybe change or affect the environment. So if you have the flip side, it's also the flip side where when there's a male, like males who work in female dominant roles, they often self-select themselves. Otherwise, it would be very hard for them to hold the job, right? Because there would be a lot of conflicts of interest that would push them apart. So I can only imagine. It'll be interesting to hear tomorrow. That's exciting. I'd be kind of excited. I'm gonna meet another person. This seems like a very lovely experience so far, and I hope it continues to be lovely. I think you have given me the impression that you have been starved quite a bit of other human contact, so that it sounds like this is such a great way that isn't relying on some self-selection maybe online. I understand online you can kind of talk to people a lot of times, and I often emphasize trying to find the connections between online interactions and offline interactions so you can like double dip in your communication skills. The reality though is it's far harder not to compartmentalize them. So it's nice that you're having work related and other sources of human interactions that could, you know, complement online interactions. I think online interactions, there's still so much to work through. Like so much more online interactions can do to kind of bridge the sense of distance and loneliness that can come with, or like the detachment that you can encounter. Yeah, humans rarely can someone underestimate or even estimate due to the absence of human contact and being present, right? So it's kind of cool that you not only have you don't only have one manager, you have multiple managers, and you have multiple coworkers that kind of cycle in and out, and because of your mixed schedule you're having the opportunity to, I don't know, we'll summarize it in a way, opportunities to talk to other people, and not just like this way, because this way seems, I feel regardless I can never, like for example as a person online meeting online, we cannot circumvent the literal physical separation. Our conceptual understanding of each other can help quite a lot, but it still feels often like despite our exchange of ideas here, you are still left to your own devices when the internet connection is cut. But there's a sense of permanence when you're sharing a space with someone, like a working space, and feeling like you're able to commit or raise the stakes in that place creates its own rewards that honestly can't really be recreated online. It's different enough. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Dang it. All right, let's think about this. Woo. Don't. Whoops. Please don't?
More.
What's happening here? Oh, wait, what?
排
What?
和
光明联络，光明联络，
光明磊落，
联络。
我们应该做光明磊落的人。
光明磊落的人，like confident. It's like solidly confident people. Okay. Kind of hard. Upright. Upright is good. I should stick with upright. What is going? Oh man. Why is it sway? Okay, so how am I getting Dre and Chu mixed up with Sway? Is it punting the pig, the horned pig out the window, satisfy? Oh, okay. And that's probably. I'll give that a pass. Fine. Newish. 人 It's true, I guess.
删除
删除 Okay. Is it Tui or Tu? I'm gonna say 秃子。
秃子
他是一个秃子，但非常有魅力。
岔路
我们在这条岔路上迷路了。
掐
Pinches weak. Ah! I didn't type the rest!
碎
Pretty sure this is satisfying. Can I improve upon this? Not really. The definition's not a problem. It's more like the sui mixing with the zhu. Hmm.
温柔
他用温柔的语气安慰我。
But what happened here? I really thought it was Walter. Is that not Walter? Huh. Zhe and Zhang are so rough. So rough, man.
莲花
莲花生长在水中。
郑和，
我在书上读到了郑和的故事。
The proper nouns. Oh, gotta know. You know when you know.
柔，差，
What?
,稳，
Okay. Solve the mystery. Oh, it's Song. Why did I type wrong?
我，
I gotta tread carefully here. Heck. Heck. Oh no. Ah.
节，狭，亚洲，
中国是亚洲最大的国家之一。
金，
I don't know what this is. I just know it's Jing. Dang it, I lost with this. Man. I don't know where the bamboo is going. Probably a pass. Oh yeah, it's a pass. It's a body part. Tendon. Oh, it's probably because of the splint. Arm splint. Okay. Arm splint.
骤，
This one sucks. uh How does this even work? Oh no, wait. Just kidding. Wait. Yeah. Elong. I don't know how that works. Like, oh, it's transliteration. That's why I can't remember it.
真，橙色，
这是橙色的汽车。
What the heck? Oops. Wrong tone on that one.
树枝，
树枝是一种天然材料。
What? Why did I write by? Why? Why? The long nights. It was a long night for someone, and I don't remember what. I really thought this was Jiang. It is Jiang. And swollen. Oh, I might have typed Jiang. That's fine.
攀，杖，
Just swollen. It's not the greatest. I don't think this is great. Yeah, it's not really attached to it. Yeah. Probably.
厢房，
厢房里摆了很多古董。
悬，捂住，
他用手捂住了鼻子。
阁楼，
他喜欢在阁楼里画画。
枯萎，
天气太干燥，花朵都枯萎了。
防汛，
每年夏季都需要防汛。
防汛。
伊朗，
伊朗的历史非常悠久。
Yeah, that's the place name.
眼，是，伊甸园，
伊甸园是一个传说中的天堂。
韩，北宋，
北宋是宋朝的前半部分。
All right. I only kept one. I still think Shuai is the worst. Actually, we're gonna also add Jiang. Jiang is what, swollen? I still don't know of a great way to help with that though. And then Sui. Sui is the other one. Satisfied. I don't know how to work on that too. I know what the mnemonics are. Just don't know how I'm gonna change it. Yeah, those three are probably easily the worst. Okay. All right, man. Okay. Have we reached another milestone? No. Trucking along. Okay. So, what do you look like? You don't. I don't think you're supposed to look like the thing you're supposed to look like, right? That made so much sense. Oh, I don't know where you are. I'm gonna say Jewel. Okay. You don't look like a Jewel, but Jewel. Don't look like a doll. You don't look like a Joel. Joel. No. Han. Wait, no, not Han. He. Doesn't look like a he. Oh, this group is scary. Xia is good. Hong is okay, like mid. Yong is kind of okay. I can kind of see the Yong. Yeah, I do see the Yong. No way. No draw. Oh, wait, actually, I do see the draw. That's okay, actually. Next to table. Draw. Oh, no, wait. I screwed up. Wait, I screwed up. One of these is not correct. This one is not correct. This is her. Oh no, I got two things mixed up. Yeah. You look like C. So that's okay. What happened here? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Chuang is gonna be a nightmare. Oh my goodness. This is gasp. Gasp is rough. Alright. On it. Oh. Ying. How does that work? Oh. That's because it doesn't. Ying. T is not working out. T is so tough. T. Ci肢 肢体 长翅 方向 油漆芬芳或拓宽开拓 Okay. All right. So we have George Costanza running around, trying to catch bugs. Right? Trying to catch bugs with a net and place them into a container. However, he's a pep. So wait. What does this actually mean? What the heck does Jewel mean? Oh, hecking candle? Oh no. Oh, I guess it's in it. So he's a pep because when he was trying to do that, he accidentally hit a candle, right? He accidentally hit a candle and started setting everything on fire. Got Dracula, basement, bakery. Preparing his special croissants, right? Of blood, with bloody fingers as a ingredient. I was measuring them, right? Measuring them in a measuring cup. He got a little excited, started trembling. Okay, got James Bond in the bakery, or entering the bakery. Unfortunately, the Axel, he's stopping by the bakery. It's a secret safe house, you know, for a front. It's a front, but he's stopping because his car axle kind of needs repair for his next mission. So meanwhile, while he's there, he's helping himself to some sprouts and some croissants. Okay. And we have Chucky. Wow, this one got lost. Chucky is in the basement of the pawn shop, where he's being chased by a prospector. Maybe the prospector, the owner prospector. And while they're running around, you know, they're gasping for air through their mouth. Not the greatest. It kind of just doesn't make the greatest sense for Chucky to be gasping for air. He's a doll. Let's see. Xena is in the auditorium, walking around the narrow aisles. Even aisles blocked by poodles. During a full house, handing out Sammys, right? Sammys for the audience, where she's working. We have Tarzan. This one's kind of weak. It does look like Tone though. Tarzan is in the basement of the temple, where maybe he's maintaining some smokers. Right, some smokers. Or prepping things. And he's maintaining it by throwing in some wood I have no idea what tong actually means though. Oh my gosh, it's bucket. Oh no. Bucket. I guess he's just transporting wood to the smoker to maintain, I don't know, to maintain the temperature or something. I don't really know. We'll have to see how well that holds up. A bucket. Maybe being taught how to use a bucket, transport wood. That is a little bit off. Maybe to transport charcoal? I could kind of see charcoal. And it's related to ton. Okay. Alright, so we have Yoshi, who's in front of the temple. He's hanging out, you know, being a dino. He thought it'd be a great idea to try to construct a shed by gluing a bunch of brushes to a rack. But it turned out to be mediocre but charming. Right? Mediocre but charming. Monks tried to help out, but I think Yoshi is pretty proud of what he did. Alright. So we have George Costanza in the office building where he works, proudly holding a magic stick and a sunflower. Now, why is he holding it? He probably saw it somewhere in superstition that creates outstanding fortune if he does that. It does sound like a shenanigans he would get into. And we have Harry Potter, who's in front of the electricity plant, where he's being berated by by the operator, the boss, by word of mouth, and constantly trying to tell him that he can do better. He's got to do better. All right, and we have Xena. This one's pretty good. Xena's in the house, in her house, where she is prepping for the day by cleaning off turf off of her armor and sword from the past quest before starting anew. So Shuai, heckin' Shuai, the fingers every time, man. Oops. Actually, Shuai, I think I modified Shuai, not Shuai. Well, we're gonna have to check if I did change Shuai before. This is Tumble. The other Shuai is Lone or Depth. Depth, probably. And then Shang, no, Jiang. It looks like Jiang, so that's okay. I forgot what the left character is. It's not a hill. I'm just gonna write a hill as a placeholder and see what it looks like. It's not a hill. That's probably the key, maybe. Figuring out what I'm gonna do. Young. This is a story of a girl who no, I was just kidding. Swollen. Oh, it's night. Because of the mnemonic. And then Sui. I think the road is what's throwing me off on this one. This is satisfied. Okay, got a few things to think about here. So first, let's look at Shuai for a moment. Shuai. Oh, it's not. I think I'm thinking of dry. Or no, die. Or depth. Okay, so that's really unrelated. And the only other Shuai is the other weak one, Commander. Which is paired up with Shi. So that's fine. So let's go look at Shuai. There is decline. Oh, tumble. Yeah, I didn't do anything with it. It was weak to begin with. So Sherlock is in front of the high school. You know, we could use rate instead, retroactively. How many rates do we got going? Let's go look at Cocoon. How many rates do we have going? Not that many, actually. Not actually, it's the only rate. What? I could have sworn there's more than this. Okay, so that's not greatest. No, we can't do that. That's not gonna work. Sherlock is in front of the high school. Let's say trying to it's usually trying to get information from the high school kids. That's where the other Shy came from, decline. What's the lid for? Oh no, that's part of dress. Hmm. Sherlock is in front of the high school trying to get information from the high school kids. It's a Catholic school. High school. He is yeah, lid, cocoon, ice, like crosses, like what in the world? And then tumble. All of this is so rough. How about dog is in front of the high school, running out, being chased by some disgruntled kids, right? disgruntled kids having swiped with his dexterous fingers, his sticky fingers. A priceless or a important cross from the Catholic school. Well, I guess during the winter time. He had a lid on. He is carrying a lid to guard against, I don't know, against a bunch of kids throwing cocoon-shaped ice balls at him as he is running away. Oh my gosh. And trying not to take a tumble on the ice. Like the kids chasing after him. I don't know. This one is... Oof. That's probably one of the roughest that I've written. It's practically two paragraphs. Okay. How do we get swollen? There's not too many things to line up with this to swell. This one was rough too. In fact, I didn't even write anything. Okay, so let's say main spawn is in the bathroom of the chapel. Oh, and it's a chapel. Chapel. During a long night. In the middle of a long night mission, he is to retrieve a I don't know, a bloated an object that looks like a swollen, bloated moon-shaped sphere. And exit out the bathroom window. I don't know. That one's pretty. Oh, this it gets worse. All right, how do I satisfy or fulfill? Oh man. Okay, so Superman is in the bathroom, or say trying to enter the bathroom of the beach house. But on his way to the bathroom, he was confronted by a sudden appearance of a horned pig alien who demanded his attention. Unable to Riverman looking to use the bathroom. Decided to not satisfy. Maybe like to ignore satisfying his the horned pig's order command, and I don't know, threw him out the window, bathroom window, and proceeded to his business. Okay. We'll see. Alright, folks. That is a wrap today for HanziHero. Not too bad. Business as usual. It was okay. A bit of a slightly above average day. Gonna watch this later? 谢谢, right? You're always welcome to follow along. Pick up HanziHero for yourself. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. You're always welcome to yap, share some stories, talk about things. Sharing, while sharing is caring, it is also very cathartic. Mutual sharing online is certainly something that doesn't have quite the same flair as mutually sharing a space with other people, IRL, be it working together or sharing some free time together. However, it is a great, maybe a lot more accessible way to at least communicate ideas. Try to be interested in each other's lives, right? At least, however temporary and fleeting it may be, it can encourage people. Let's try to, change the landscape a little bit. Keep in touch with each other on and off. Provide mutual motivation for each other, much like me and Bree seems to have developed a routine for that matter. You're more than welcome. You know where to find me. Until next time, 大家下次见。感谢观看. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna get up, walk around a little bit, and be back for a shortish PSO2 NGS update. Thank you.